I had some of my rarest Vanguard cards graded. So let's check out what grades they got. Before all that, look at this beautiful playmat. Zero Damage Gaming has a brand new playmat, and this is honestly my favorite ever. So the story behind this playmat is essentially that I miss Akihabara. It is basically the peak of competitive Vanguard. Being able to qualify worlds and hang out with the other world's competitors. A lot of them are my friends by now. Essentially traveling the world for Vanguard and just all hanging out there. The vibes are insane. It is literally my goal right now, once again, to qualify worlds, and I just figured I wanted something like that. There is nothing like the Akihabara mood. I can't wait to compete to try and get there again, and so for that reason I just wanted to eternalize that in this beautiful playmat. We have these without zones as well, but of course with zones is also really sweet. Also got that cyberpunk style going on in terms of colors, and it's also just a bit more timeless. You know, if you put a monster on there, it's like, oh, I'm gonna have so much fun with this, and then after a while you swap decks and it no longer fits and stuff like that. I just wanted something I can rock forever, and this is one of those forever mats for me. So super excited. Use the code Solemn in the link in the description. You can also get my hat and so forth. You'll notice the site is completely new. So yeah, use the code Solemn. Now for the graded cards. As of the recording of this video isn't sponsored by them. However, it will be in the description. Not sponsored. I hope I can get some deal worked out with them. Now, why grading? I don't know if you know, but I'm big into grading. I have a lot of graded Yu-Gi-Oh cards, actually. These babies and so forth. I have a lot of rare cards. I have a massive Yu-Gi-Oh collection. But I also have a Vanguard collection. I have a lot of Vanguard cards. But the thing is, for the longest time, PSA didn't grade them. BGS grades them, but BGS, honestly, like, I don't want to get into grading debates. I have made many videos about that on the Solemn Yu-Gi-Oh channel. But essentially, I've been looking for a grading company that ideally is in Europe, so I can actually ship my cards there, that isn't closed because of all, you know, their demand. Like PSA right now, you still have to pay like 50 or 100 bucks per card. There's no way we're doing that. But also, that isn't one of those Alibaba type of graders. A lot of grading companies right now are shooting up everywhere, and all they do is just get an AliExpress piece of plastic, they make their own label, slap it together, and call themselves a grading company. Very dangerous stuff. I really looked for one that isn't like that, and God, if you see the slabs from this company, they're not like that. I've turned down so many grading companies on the Solemn Yu-Gi-Oh channel. It's actually insane because they were all just run-of-the-mill like that. This one, not the case. So let's just go over these. You'll notice some of the rarest Vanguard cards in here, as well as one Yu-Gi-Oh card, actually. Another really cool thing is that they actually explain your grades, which is something PSA doesn't bother. BGS subgrades, honestly, some of them are a joke, and they still don't actually explain stuff. So these, wow, look at that box. This is some next level stuff. This is CCC grading. They are from France, so if you're in Europe, it's also very easy. And just have a look. I'm super hyped. Look at that. Authentication report. So this is very important to me. Very often you go to a grading company, you send your card, it comes back an 8, and they just tell you, yeah, fuck off, it's an 8. Or here's a 10. And then you look and there's still damage on there and you have no explanations whatsoever. They actually write a report and show you where the issues are on the card. I love that. Okay, let me make sure. Whoa, I was spoiled. But what a spoiler. Okay, let's just go straight into, we have a 10. I already ruined the whole video right here, but we got a 10. I need to preface this. This is the harshest grading company I've ever seen. I looked at other creators. I would look at another card, I would go, oh, this would probably be like an 8 at PSA. And it's like, oh, this is a 6. Like, consistently. Some grading companies are so soft that you're starting to get like, oh, this is a weak 10. This is a strong 10. This is a blah, blah, blah. So far, these are hyper strict. But we still got a 10. As you can see right here, we have the grading report, which I really like. On this side, they would explain, like, let's say you have a little dent on here on the card, they would like circle it so you can actually see it. Okay, so right here, you know, they show you what's wrong. So centering grade 9.5, then they explain here that it's off center ever so slightly with the little arrows. But if there's like an edges grade and it was not a 10, then they would have like a little issue shown here. But I'm sure one of my cards won't be a 10, and then you will see, you know, where the actual issues lie. But the fact that they show you this, that they explain the grade, is so crucial because it makes you actually like believe them, right? It shows that they look at your card in great detail. Honestly, I would like to travel travel to their place and like show people around on video, because it's honestly insane. I know I'm rambling a lot. This video is already like an hour. I'm so excited to grade my cards and with like a new company, even though I've been critical of new companies a lot. Next card. Let's go for the next card. This was already a banger. You know I'm a Nightrose fan. This card, near mint condition right now, is about 130. I believe this is 1 per case or something like that. As you can see, we have our RLR Nightrose. And one really crazy thing about this grading company as well is this slab, it's not an AliExpress slab. Like, that's a really big deal. It's really clear. You know, you can see the card really well inside the slab. Now, you might think, oh, whatever, you know, you can always see the card inside the slab. No, no, no. Let me grab an other grading company. Again, I'm not trying to talk shit here. I've graded so many cards in my life already, and I have many graded cards in my collection. But I'm gonna show you the difference between this, you know, where it's very clear, and this where it's not. You see what happens? This inner sleeve gives you like these warbles. So I have like this. This is an LOB first edition Red Eyes, by the way. That's right. It's a 9, and it's actually a pretty strong 9. Again, because there's no consistency in centering grades for BGS. So strong and weak exists. But look at this. Those weird warbles make it very hard to display. But here, there's no such warbles, because there's no inner sleeve. The sides here are so specific that they hold the card perfectly tight without damaging it, of course. Whereas this one, it's like they need a sleeve to not get damaged, but that makes display very, very hard. So yeah, I hate that about BGS. PSA doesn't have that either. So PSA is also usually pretty clear. I can show you that later. So let me now go into the next card, because I know 10 minutes into the video and we've only seen one card. We're gonna go to the next card and also the next explanation. We have... Fucking shit, another 10. Honestly, like, you can look up all of the graded cards they've done on YouTube. Everyone's getting 6s and 7s. Actual creators, by the way. So if you want to say like, oh, it's because you're a YouTuber. No, no, no. Actual YouTubers got back 6s and 7s because it's a very strict company. However, I have been grading for so long, so I only sent in cards that are like clean as hell. If I can make a prediction right here, but I think my Yu-Gi-Oh card will not be a 10. Because I know for a fact the Yu-Gi-Oh card I sent in, very expensive one as well, has like a little thing on the front at least 2 dots or something like that. And then on the back there might be one more thing as well. So we're gonna see if they catch that. But I think they will. Because right here, this gets a 10, right? But they have already found an issue on the card right here, which is very interesting. So it's on the back. So on the report, it says 10, 10, 10, 10, and a 9.5. So there's apparently a little thing on the back. But again, we'll see that on the next card, because otherwise I'm gonna spoil again. So this card is probably my most expensive Vanguard card. It's a World's Balanerena. Now, the reason this is so expensive is because it's one of the rarest World's prize cards. But beyond that, it is also actually playable. When you look at an expensive Vanguard card, right, there's a few things you need to keep in mind. How rare is it, obviously? So you might have an RLR, or you might have, you know, like the Chrono Jet prize card, Claret Sword prize card. Usually prize cards, there's only like a couple dozen in the world that were ever, you know, released. But rarity by itself doesn't create demand, right? If you have a card that's both rare as hell and playable, you're not just attracting collectors, but also players. Balanerena is a playable card, but the pop, or the population of this card, is also only like 20, because there were like around 40 Worlds participants, but half of them got Gilgal and half of them got Balanerena. Now, of course, I know technically Bushiroad employees at one point had more of them, but in terms of like public population, it should be around 20. So this is rare as hell, and then any player who wants to max out their deck also needs one of these. So I have 2, because I ran 2 in my Grand Blue at one point. Around release, you know, around Worlds, these were pretty cheap. But now, the only way to get one is to go on TCG Player and buy it for like $2,000. Now, of course, is anyone doing that? I don't know, but they're just rare as hell, so good luck. Once we go to the next card, we will check out a little issue that they found on this particular card. But again, it's all 10s all around, except for a surface grade of 9.5. They are harsh. That's what I love here, you know? I know a lot of cards that I would send in would be 8s, even though PSA and BGS would give them like 10s. Shit like that. 10 on my Balanerena. This is one of my favorite cards ever. You also saw that in my collection video. So let's go to the next card. Come on, I'm gonna be heartbroken if it's low now. We have a 9.5. Okay, that's fine. I'm already very happy with these. So let's actually really quickly first check out the back from the Balanerena for the little issue they found. I want to see this because I didn't see it at first. I don't even think you will ever catch it on camera. Yeah, I don't think we will see it on camera. because I honestly don't even know what it is yet. Let me see real quick. Oh no, I found it. Holy fucking shit, these guys are good. Okay, so there's the ever so slight, littlest scratch dent, like the ever so slight thing. I had not seen it. I had literally not seen it. Holy shit. It's still an easy 10. Like, there is no grading company on the planet who would have caught that. But good on them for catching it. That is wild. So now we have our Isabelle. Once again, a world's prize card. These are not as expensive as the Balanerena. I would have to check. Like, they're probably also listed for like 1,000 or something along those lines. But I'm pretty sure, you know, if you started hunting one down and started talking to world's competitors from that year, you'll probably get one for cheaper than the Balanerena. But the Balanerena is like insane to find. So let's go to the next report actually, because I'm interested to see why this one is a 9.5. So this one, it has a centering grade of 9.5. So it's not perfectly centered. But then it also has a corners grade of 9.5. So at the top on the back, there should be ever so slight whitening. So once again, once we go to the following card, we will check that out to see if they are right once again. This is wild. Like, I grade with PSA. I have PSA returns on my Yu-Gi-Oh channel where it's like, why is this a 9? This is really interesting. And again, I'm not sponsored here. I'm probably not getting paid for this whatsoever. Just saying. I just am really impressed by the company. So let's go to the next one, but then we will also check out what's wrong with this card. So we will go to the next. And we have a 9. A 9. That's crazy. Okay. So these might have gone in like the order from 10 to lower. So I already know they are well aware that the Yu-Gi-Oh card is not as good as the other one. So with that being said, let's have a look first at that Isabelle from before. We're going to go to the back and we're going to see if they found an issue. Okay, yeah, I see what they found. It says they have like a little dot at the right top corner of the back. Right, and then also the back centering is slightly off. Now centering, you know, they are very harsh on, in my opinion. But that's probably good, you know. If you want a grading company to be consistent, that's probably good. But if we check out this corner right here, I hope you can catch it on... You see that ever so slight little dip of white? Now, it's pretty common on Vanguard cards because the blade has to go in somewhere. But it's still wild that they caught it. There's almost no grading company on this planet that catches stuff like that. Like, this is so minor, almost no one would dock points for that. Now, this is not me talking shit on any particular grading company, by the way. Like, my collection is mostly in PSA. But I'm just saying, you know, if you're looking for someone who's going to be, like, super harsh and objective, if you get a 10 in here, you know it's a fucking 10. I'm very happy with these 10s right here. But so now this one, we're getting into the 9 territory. So here, you know, damn, there's going to be something actually, you know, wrong with this card. It's still mint. Like, 9 is good as hell here. This would get easy higher in other grading companies. But so they basically, once again, have reported quite some issues with this one. So right here on the front, there has to be something here and something here. And then on the back, a variety of issues. So we have like 9.5 on centering, 10 on edges, 10 on corners, and on the surface, 8.5 because there were enough little things. Oh, really interesting. I didn't see that yet. They also put like codes here. So for example, it says R2. That would mean scratches. So right here, R2 scratches, and then R1. R1 would be micro scratches. And then here, E would be dents, and then so forth. So they actually explain what they found as well. That's major. I didn't even know that. I hadn't seen it on the others. R1 was micro scratch, I see on the other one. Okay, that's super interesting. We can check out, once again, once we go to the next card, we can check out what they found. So again, I'm thinking this is going in down order, so we're getting worse cards now. We're gonna go down to our Nitrose, also a 9. Damn, I was really hoping this Nitrose was a 10. Again, these are super harsh. So let's go to the next one, and let's check out this Claret sword first. So once again, this Claret sword is a world's prize card right here. So on the back, they found a variety of tinier issues. Once again, I'm mind blown that they are finding these. I would love to actually send one of these into PSA just to get like the relatively easy 10 and then we can like compare. I will never be able to catch this on camera. There we go. Yeah, I caught it. You see that? That ever so slight scratch. But the thing with Vanguard cards is a scratch on a Vanguard card barely shows. A scratch on a Yu-Gi-Oh card, you just see it. On a Pokemon card, you see it. It decolors. But Vanguard, once you do this, it's gone. Like, there's almost no angle in which you can find scratches. Because the card quality of Vanguard is very high. Okay, so we have a 9 on the Claret sword. And then we have a 9 on the Nitrose. God, I'm gonna send in more Nitroses. I need me some 10. I know they also have a black label, by the way. Kinda sad we don't have a black label. But again, these have to be impossible. So we have the Nightrose right here. Gorgeous card. This one is not as expensive as the World's Prize cards for obvious reasons, but I really like the art on this one. So that's why I sent it in. It's one of my favorite arts in the game. We can go to the final card, and that final card is actually a Yu-Gi-Oh card. It is my Ghost Dark Magician Girl. And basically the reason I sent it in was that it was a good control. Because these, the ones I saw here, I thought they're mint. Again, some of them here sure are more mint than others, but you send these into PSA, I will personally guarantee, and again, you can't say guarantee in grading, there's still an element of human error and so forth, but I could send all of these in PSA like a few times, they would all gem. They would all 10. I don't care what you say. They will all gem. But I know the Dark Magician Girl wouldn't. So I was very interested to see what they would give her, because I would assume these would get 10s. At PSA, here they're a bit more strict, so 9, 9, 9.5, 10, 10. Still very happy with these. So I wanted to see what they would give the Dark Magician Girl. It's not a 10. I already know that. So let's see. We have our Dark Magician Girl. We have a 9. Okay, that's actually higher than I thought. After I saw the relative harshness on the other ones, I assumed this would actually be worse. Before I check out the report, actually, like I said, there's ever so slight blackness on the front. That's very typical for these Ghost Dark Magician Girls. And then on the back, there might be a micro scratch or something like that. But it's especially like those little things on the front. I wanted to see if they would catch it. So we go to the report, and yeah, there we go. They say factory black spots right here. They just wrote it. So they found it. And then they also have PR lines, which means print lines. So once again, they found everything, but they also found things that I might not have found. And that's interesting, actually. Oh, yeah. Okay. Once again, this was our control. I don't know if you can see that. Yeah, you probably can't see it. But on the top edge, there's ever so slight whitening. But again, this was pack fresh. So you need to understand, when you send in a card for grading and you got it from a pack, that doesn't mean it's going to be a 10. Like, you can easily have defects from the factory that make it not a 10. So right here, we have the Dark Magician Girl. And again, look at how clean these slabs are. I think you can't appreciate it until you've seen other slabs. So let me really quickly grab another slab once again, so you can compare. You'll instantly see what I mean, which is again also why I contacted them. I had someone send me a video of one of their slabs and I was just mind blown. Okay, so let's put these two side by side. Here's a PSA graded Dark Arm Dragon. As you can see, you don't have the ugly sleeve that BGS has, right? But it's still not that clear overall. And now here we have the Dark Magician Girl. And this thing is just like pure, like shiny as hell. And then you also have like the frosting around it. But this is like see-through clear. It's incredible. You can see this is not an Alibaba. This is not an Alibaba slab. This is absolutely gorgeous. And they did, in fact, find the issues. So that's really, really interesting. Once again, not sponsored. CCZ, if you see this, let me come to the factory. Let's work out a deal. Let Papa Solemn invest in the company, you know. Give me some of that equity. We can work together. You got the French language. I got the English language. But yeah, this is absolutely incredible. Super, super happy overall with the grades. Again, they're super strict. You can go to the YouTube videos. I was super afraid of my cards. I was like, oh my god, I'm gonna send in these Vanguard cards. Would be 10s all day at these easier grading companies. But I'm gonna get 7s back, baby. But no, okay, we ended up getting really solid grade. But still, you know, 9 and 9.5 on mint cards. Still crazy. But again, it does say mint. 9 is mint, by the way. That's the case in every grading company. As you can see right here, I also have my PSA 9, and that also says mint. So you do have to just not assume that just because you send something in, it gets a 10. I'm super happy, especially with this one, because this is like the rarest card in my collection, and it got the 10. Super happy with that. Holy shit, look at that shine. Once again, like the case is so see-through that just the foil pops off completely. I know it's a bit different from my competitive content, but that's absolutely gorgeous right here. So yeah, that was today's video. Sorry for me nerding out about grading. I've been grading for quite some time now. I have a lot of graded cards, and so I'm just happy that we now also have something for Vanguard right here. I'll put a link to this beautiful playmat in the description, and also to CCC Grading if you want to grade with them. Like, subscribe, and I will see you soon. Ciao.